Okay, let's do this one more time. My name's Marcus, and as a kid, I've always wanted to become a pilot. And last year, I got accepted by uWaterloo just to study aviation. Well, more precisely, geo and aviation. Last year as a freshman, I had experienced a lot of stuff. I meant a lot. From going to lectures, and finishing up assignments, to meeting new friends, and participating in extracurricular activities. With a blink of an eye, I finished my first semester and eventually started my flight training. Then I created my very own YouTube channel,
my first flight today.
Got my student pilot permit, got a bunch of flight cancellations, or cancellations, and did my first solo. Then I got involved in UOS, flew to different airports alone, and eventually got my private pilot license. I thought I wouldn't be able to do any of this, but it turns out I can. And the best part? It's not a dream anymore. "7:45, breakfast. As a second-year student living off campus, I don't have a meal plan, so almost every day when I wake up, I'd have to make some food for myself. Then I'll plan out my day, pack up, and get ready for class.
Caught a little bit of magic in your eyes last night. You were shooting pool, we were taking shots under the dim lights. Got a little smile that knocked me off of my seat. I started falling for you. And I didn't know what to do, but I knew that I had to make a move. From the moment that I watched you walk into my life, yeah, I just knew that I had to make a move. And I knew that I had to be with you.
"8:30, GEOG281 Lab. This course covers the introduction of GIS, and today we're doing an assignment about the impact of flooding by using raster data. And for geo courses like these, you should expect some lab assignments throughout the course. GEOG281, for example, introduces us to the software ArcGIS, which helps us to apply and interpret the knowledge from lectures. Sometimes they do get pretty long and repetitive, but in the end, when everything comes together and you look at the map you've created, it just feels really nice. But so here's the thing, I'm too lazy to record myself walking to the next lab, so peace. Yeah, that's cringe. Alright, now it's lunchtime, and half of the time I would have just cooked something random back at my place, but today I just decided to get some Subway instead. However, if you're living on campus, you don't have to worry about buying or cooking lunch like me if you've bought the meal plan already, which is quite convenient and affordable. So lunch is over, so let's head back and get prepared for one of the more exciting events today, the flight. It feels really strange and cool of how I'm flying in the middle of a school day, like imagine flying to be one of our classes. And as I've told you guys in my first video, general aviation didn't really exist in Hong Kong, so being one of the few in this university to experience this kind of thing is just something else. Anyway, my friend's driving me today, and I'm in a bit of a rush, so
getting a 72.
And today I'll be doing a Toronto terminal check with my instructor. That being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. 4:40. Work. So each day when I got time, I would prefer to work at the library since it's really easy to focus there. And speaking of libraries, there are a few options to choose from. I personally prefer St. Jerome's here, which is a bit off campus, but they do have a really good design and it's usually not that packed. There's also Dana Porter Library, which is the most visually identifiable building on campus. It's got a variety of study booths dedicated for each floor. We also have DC Library, and out of the three, this is by far the busiest one according to my experience, but they do have lots of solo study booths, though my favorite study location in DC is definitely here at the silence section. You can have direct access to the skylight, which makes the whole thing a bit less depressing. Anyways, I should start working on some of my assignments, and I'll see you guys later. (6:30) CPL Ground School. This is the last class of the day, and today we're covering meteorology. And I like how the uniform is a requirement for ground school. It feels really neat seeing a bunch of people wearing their pilot uniforms. You know, all that professionalism is just wild. But speaking of aviation courses, for those who are interested in this program, we have three parts in most of the aviation courses: the ground school, the preparatory ground instruction, and the actual flying. I know it sounds confusing, but in short, the ground school covers the theoretical part of flying, which includes, air law, general knowledge, meteorology, and navigation, while the PGI is the practical part of flying, like flying at night and all those kind of fun stuff. That being said, this class that I'm taking right now is the CPL Ground School, and the flight lab that takes place on another day would cover radio, nav, and night rating. Last but not least, after this rather eventful day, it's time to relax for a bit and meet up my friends for dinner. We plan to go to a Korean restaurant in the University Plaza, and once in a while this is something we do just to catch up with each other and to chill. So basically we're gonna chill for about an hour or two, and afterwards I'll just go back to my room, maybe even study for a bit, get ready for the next day and go to bed. There's also one last thing I'd like to share. And this is what my AVA 100 professor told our class, which is one of the many sets of beliefs I live by. This is the only time in your lives where you'll meet tons of people who have the same interest as you. So make use of this opportunity and make the most out of it.